Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, nerds? Well, we got a new show for you guys, starting a bi-weekly trend here on the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. I know somebody is very, very excited for this because we've been talking about doing this for God only knows how fucking long. Um, we're doing an anime show, and yeah, we'll kind of take it through what we are doing with this.
It's the same as Nerds Doing Nerd Things, but anime and only anime. Anime only.
Yes.
So we decided to start with Baby's first anime, which was My Hero Academia, because I wouldn't shut up about it.
No, and I still remember very clearly sitting upstairs, I think at Susie's old house, and you're like, AJ, you just need to watch the first 3 episodes, and if you like it, you can keep watching. And I think that whole day ended up being like the whole first season.
Yeah. It 100% was. But so we're gonna cover My Hero season 1, and we're gonna go up through the seasons. Hopefully we'll be basically caught up with and have done the episode for season 6 like right as season 7 starts. So that'd be cool. And we're gonna cover the movies where they sit in the timeline.
I mean, good with me.
Even though like on previous like actual episodes we did cover the movies, but now we'll cover them even more so. So here's a little fun thing of trivia, AJ.
Oh boy, here we go.
Did you know this is the only season of My Hero Academia that has a different number of episodes from its other 5 seasons?
Yeah, isn't this one only have 13 to start?
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else is 20 plus?
25.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they do that for like a pilot reason, like a pilot series? Because Japan might do stuff differently where they give you the full season instead of the first episode. Got it.
No, because animes don't get pilots.
Okay.
Animes just get signed on, and from what I've noticed, because I've never seen like a pilot for an anime show up like ever. Most of the time, the pilots are in manga form. So like there was a for example, Masashi Kishimoto, when he finished Naruto, he did a one-shot thing of it was called Samurai 8. And Jump liked it so much that it actually was serialized for a bit in Jump.
Yeah.
But then that one got canceled, so that's a bad thing. But you'll see pilots more in manga than you will see in anime, because if the anime is adapting a manga, then it's pretty much already known to be successful. As it's already known to be successful, as they wouldn't have even contemplated even making it an anime if the manga wasn't popular.
Okay. That makes actually a hell of a lot of sense.
I don't know. It's just a weird formula thing, because basically how the anime like airing cycle goes for the most part is in like seasons, like the seasons of the year. So like there's the winter season, spring season, summer season, fall season.
Trying to get a good look at all
Winter
my cool
season
shit.
usually start in January, April for the spring season, September, October for the fall season. Some will start in September, but mostly it's in October, though. And then oh wait, I forgot the summer one. Summer is July.
Mm-hmm.
If so, a season to them in there is basically 13 weeks. So 12, 13 weeks. That's why an anime will, like, a lot of animes will only get 12 or 13 episodes, because it'll air for that season and then be done.
Yeah. But let's get to My Hero Academia, because that's a little background knowledge. It first aired April 3rd, June 26th of 2016. As you said before we went live, it was simulcasted, no dubbed, just subtitled for us American people and other people around the world. It didn't get dubbed until 2 years later. Is that normal with Japanese animes coming over?
No, not anymore. It used to be. Um, but that actually, that time frame seems real awkward. Doesn't feel like I really. Maybe it was, but like that just seems weird to me that it took them 2 years to dub it. Because when My Hero first aired, that was when Funimation was really like within a week they had the episodes. When the episode aired, they had the episode dubbed. So interesting, interesting that it took them that long.
Mm. And granted, I could be wrong. Wikipedia could be wrong, but usually stuff on Wikipedia is to a certain extent fact checked.
To a certain extent, yeah, I'll give you that. Give you that. But to be honest, the beginning of My Hero is actually the hardest. Is the hardest thing to get people into My Hero with.
Yeah, it was very much pretty difficult. That's why you said give it the first couple episodes. It doesn't really happen in later seasons, but the first season of My Hero, Deku is honestly my least favorite character of how whiny he is in a way. It does get better the later, like season 2, season 3, and all that stuff. But I do love his story arc with he's got no quirk, but has the mentality of a hero. Would you sign off on that? What was your actual favorite storyline in season 1, or if you, how do you want to tackle season 1? Let's put it that way.
Huh.
What?
Interesting.
What's
That's
up?
very conflicting info.
Oh,
Because I'm seeing one thing says that it was dubbed back in 2016. Which is interesting. Yeah, because it says My Hero Academia was first dubbed into English in 2016. Um, see, the problem is like the first part of My Hero Academia,
mm-hmm.
I allot it as one entire arc.
Okay.
As like the beginning of school arc up to like it all encompasses like everything up to the USJ attack. Because like really you have like the first like couple chapters to the whole all like introduction to characters and introduction to All Might, Deku training to get All for One or One for All. Uh, and then him doing the school, and then it goes right into, and then the second half, like that's episode 4.
Yeah.
4. Literally up until him going into school is episode 4. And then 5 and 6 are the first day of school. Or well, the first like 2 days of school. Because it's the like Aizawa's like practical exam and then the mock battles.
Yeah.
Then you have the little bit of school stuff, then you have the USJ attack. So
Which,
like to me, it's all like one encompassing thing because it's just a lead up to, hey, we're being introduced to the actual villains of the story.
yeah, the Nomus, and I love the USJ attack because it not just shows a lot of strength with um class 1, class A.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't show a lot of strength with them and how much they've grown under the little time they've had with Aizawa, but you see how much smarter at least Deku is using his quirk and just the fingertip of doom because he can't leave himself powerless. Because that's how he'll die, is I think as Aizawa puts it. Um, but the story arc through the middle half to where he actually gets the power, starts training, and to USJ is, I thought, one of an amazing of growth. I would probably the best way I can put it. Um, with Deku and the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
Where else you want to go with this? Because I know we're talking about all season 1 here. As I just
See that's yeah. The problem is like season 1 is like dummy short, and there's not really a lot that happens. It's honestly the slowest part of the series, which I mean, if for a beginning, that's really what you want. Is you want your beginning to kind of start slow so you can build upon the world, especially with how Horikoshi does his characters, because in most animes, you will notice that a lot of the side characters and stuff, especially in shonens, like a lot of the side characters and stuff get like the shaft real bad. Like Naruto, for example, a lot of the characters like do not get any kind of real exposition or build world upon. They're just kind of there. There, besides like a select few that like matter to the story for one reason or another.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to fix Endeavor's foot peg. There it goes.
Where in My Hero, you will notice
surgery.
there is chapters and episodes where Deku isn't even there.
No. But he's showcased in, I think, every episode, basically.
And not really. There are like I'll tell you in like, and I won't really spoil, but where the manga is now, up until the current last couple of chapters, it was like 20 something chapters where he didn't show up.
Oh shit.
He wasn't even in like a frame.
Okay.
Because they were focusing on all the other fights and all the other characters dealing with their actual problems, not him coming in like typical shonen protagonist and just solving everyone's fucking problems.
Yeah.
Everyone in that show, for the most part, is solving their own goddamn problems unless they actually need the hero of Deku to solve their problem.
So for the people that maybe will watch this and be like, maybe I should give My Hero a shot, which yes, please do. The first 3 episodes are a little difficult, but once he gets to UA, it vastly gets better, at least my opinion.
Here's the thing. You will like the first 3 episodes if you like world building. If you are a person who loves world building, you will like the first 3 episodes because that is practically all it is. It's world building, it's explaining the world, it's explaining how the world works. Which in a lot of series they do not do. They don't really explain how the shit works. It just is like, oh, we have these things.
Yeah. No, I get it. But what comes after season 1? Like, what would be our next thing? Because is there a movie, or do we go straight to season 2?
Go straight to season 2.
Okay.
Season 2 technically ends with the movie because the first movie, Two Heroes, takes place in between seasons 2 and 3.
Okay. All right.
Then movie 2 takes place in between seasons 4 and 5. And then movie 3 takes place after season 5.
So do you think the way season 1 progressed and where it ended up, I can't speak for me because I had everything at my disposal already. It was already all out. Were you excited, or what was Will feeling like when season 1 ended and you had to wait for season 2?
Holy shit, the series is actually good. So let me tell you the truth here. I saw My Hero Academia air, like premiere. on like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, what's this? This kind of seems cool. Cool. I watched the first episode. I was like, oh my God, this thing bored the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking to some of my friends who watch anime and stuff. They're like, no. Go back. You sit your ass back in that chair and you watch. I didn't actually start watching My Hero actively until it was halfway through the first season.
Oh shit. Okay.
I watched the 6. I was like, all right. And then I watched the first episode again. I was like, okay, I see why it's like. And then I watched episode 2, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's why episode 1's the way it is. And then episode 3 explains it even for the problem is like you watch this first episode, you're like, wow, that's kind of weak for a first episode. And they're like,
I see
why. It's supposed to show his normality in this, his mundaneness in this superhero world where he's really not a factor. And then you watch him starting to become a factor.
Mm-hmm. And in this world, just so if you haven't seen it yet, 80% of the population has a superpower that they've deemed as quirks. 80%. That's 20% of people that are just normal, like you and me. We're not normal. But yeah, we're going to be doing this on a bi-weekly kind of thing, giving myself, Will, probably doesn't have to rewatch it, definitely myself, time to rewatch it. And you guys to basically watch along with us. We want to hear from you. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Will, you got anything else about season 1 or My Hero Academia that you would like to bestow on our wonderful viewers at home?
Watch this show. It's a good time to watch this show.
Mm-hmm.
Show, because it's coming to an end.
Yeah, how far out are we from there?
The manga is very close to ending. Like we're like at kind of the climax of the final battle, which will then be exposition from there. So it's a sad time, but season 7 is supposed to be airing in the spring season. So if you got that time to grind a bunch of episodes,
which we're doing it almost perfectly, people.
Yeah.
So how far of a difference is it from the TV show and the manga?
You would be surprised at this point how close they are. So, and we'll talk more about this when we actually get to season 6. But season 6, when you finish the first half of season 6, that part after begins the final act. Like when you read that chat that where like not to spoil things that, but he's like standing on that roof, like Deku's standing on that rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
In the manga, it actually reads on the bottom, My Hero Academia enters its final act.
Oh crap.
So that whole part is like the first half of the is like almost the first half of the final act. There's a little bit more that happens, and then the final war starts. And so we're like in the manga, we're in the second half of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know I don't know what their intent is with season 7 and how it's coming out in
Aren't they talking about a spin-off series as well?
There already is one.
Okay.
There's a prequel.
Is it part 2? Is it an anime yet, or is it just a manga?
No. The rumor is it's supposed to be animated, but I think they might be waiting to animate it after My Hero Academia is done.
Okay.
But it's called My Hero Academia Vigilantes. It's canon, so it's not really a spin-off. It is a prequel. So it follows a different character about a couple years before My Hero starts, because one of the things is like is All Might coming is like when he in the beginning of My Hero season 1, you know that you are learn that he was in America for a bit.
Yep.
In Vigilantes, he's still in America until about like 3/4 of the series. And then he finally comes back. And then that's when you see him actually get back to Japan and he starts becoming the pillar the pillar of peace.
All right, well, is there anything left you want to hit? Because I'm excited to keep going with this. You know how much I fell in love with My Hero Academia, if you freaking couldn't tell.
Well, the only thing I have of you guys is like put down in the comments what series you want us to cover after My Hero, because like
I mean, I have a request, but
we're gonna finish My Hero, and then we're gonna need suggestions of where to go from here.
I mean,
I already know one that we're 100% doing, but
what is it? What is it?
Solo leveling.
Oh no, that's not the one that was gonna come out of my mouth.
Solo leveling will have been finished by then.
Mine has something to do with the classroom.
Oh, Assassination Classroom. Definitely a good one.
It's definitely what I think that was like my second one. Because I watched that fucker fast.
Yeah, because we watched the season of My Hero, and then you were like, I was like, do you want to keep going? Start the second season. You were like, how many episodes is it? And I was like 25, and you were like, oh no, and I was like, well, do you want to watch something else? And he was like, yeah. And so
Assassination Classroom,
and he's like he sees it on like the Funimation app on my smart TV, and he's like, what is that? And I was like, oh, the teacher tasked his class with killing him, or he'll destroy the entire world if they don't do it by a certain time.
Sold. That was definitely a fun series, and it's short. It's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 seasons, 25 episodes, so it's like it's 50 episodes in total.
It's a nice, easy watch. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe. Go follow us on Facebook, TikTok. Obviously, subscribe on the YouTubes. But Will, this is gonna be a lot of fun, pal.
Oh yeah.
We don't do enough with each other. The anime bros. But all right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for season 2. Check it out and take care of yourselves, everybody.
Ciao.
Surprised you didn't do like an All Might scream.